Hey, new students and prospective teachers. I am here to tell you today about my Alverno experience, who I am, and what I do now. I am currently still an Alverno student. I'm in the licensed master's program in education with Alverno, and I'm also currently a teacher full-time, all at the same time. So who am I? My name is Jen Funk Collins, and like I said, I am in the Licensure to Master's program at Alverno. I teach here at Sherman Multicultural Arts School. It's a K-8 school here in MPS, and it's just an amazing place. It really is. I have been teaching, let's see now, for just this school year so far, so just a few months. However, before I got this as my first teaching job, I was a substitute teacher as well as a special education assistant, as I was sort of deciding, did I want to be a teacher? And that gave me all the experiences that I needed to be able to make that decision, that I really, really felt like this is where I was going to belong in my second career. So, like I said, this is my second career. Previous to coming into education and deciding to come to Alverno, I worked in human resources on all kinds of things like immigration case management, employee engagement, analytics and data, employee relations, and a number of other things. And I just realized after some time of many years of being in that industry that it just wasn't for me anymore. And I really wanted to do something that I was passionate about and that I was going to be able to find a way to contribute to my community here in Milwaukee. So becoming a teacher so far has been really cool. It's been a wild ride. And I've had so many amazing moments, not only with other educators here, but also with my students. I am a special education teacher in a CBU unit here at the school, and I work with students with disabilities as a special education teacher, and it's my job to get creative and find ways for my students to access the curriculum in ways that make sense to them, in ways that they can express themselves, and in ways that they can show that they are learning in creative ways themselves, and show what they know in ways that they are able to communicate the knowledge that they're gaining alongside their grade level peers. So I had this really cool teaching moment that sort of demonstrates my teacher superpowers. I had two students who struggle with engagement here in this virtual learning world that we're in right now, and I learned how to use Soundtrap, which is like a recording studio platform that you can do online. And I got a free teacher account, and I took like an hour-long professional development seminar on how to use it. And the very next day, I created a podcast with my students talking about Mars. They were talking about the planets and learning about the solar system in science in 5th grade. And I thought, what a cool way to engage them. So we used vocabulary to kind of get inspired and listen to some lyrics, and I had them create their own lyrics, and then I recorded them in Soundtrap, and we spent the whole afternoon doing this, and it was such a creative way to have them access the information, learn the vocabulary, collaborate together, and produce this beautiful piece. So my superpower is getting students to express themselves creatively, using interesting tools, and accessing the curriculum in ways that maybe they wouldn't be able to in their general education classrooms. So a normal day of teaching really right now is virtual, and I'm really excited to be in person with my students really soon. And so I collaborate and co-teach in a 5th grade general education classroom now. When we come back in person, I will be here in my own classroom that you can see behind me here, which unfortunately has no students in it now, but I'm hoping that we'll be back very soon. And this is a comprehensive behavior unit classroom that I am really working hard to ensure that my students spend as much time as possible in their general education classroom with their peers, as we can have them there learning with them. And I just wanted to really give a shout out to Alverno with that said, because Alverno's perspective on education, and particularly special education, comes from a place of advocacy. And that really spoke to me when I was getting to know the program and really starting in my first classes with the Alverno LTM program. And so that really fit with my style because I tend to naturally be an advocate for the people that I work with, the people that I serve, and just in general for friends and family. It just sort of fits my DNA, I guess. So what better way to do that than to advocate for students in education that need a little extra push and may learn in different ways. So Alverno sort of helped me really shape that idea, put together my teaching philosophy, and allowed me the room to explore what that could look like. And so I felt really prepared to be able to walk in and have my own classroom here at Sherman. And through all of those collaborative projects that we have done so far, through all of the deep dialogue that we have, that's the best way to learn. It's really an experiential learning model that Alverno has. And it really helps you build who you are as a teacher and makes you feel strong coming into those classrooms. So I encourage you to really dig deep and decide what kind of teacher do you want to be, because Alverno will really push you to explore that idea and then take it even further to places that you never knew that you had within you, and really use those superpowers for doing good in our schools. And so I would just say, as advice to new students and prospective teachers, find your superpower, take it beyond where you think you can take it, and just make the push. Be brave, do cool creative things, and give it your best, and you will have an amazing experience. Cheers!